All right, my friends, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today, we're going to have a discussion right here in the Jarhead 6 channel. We're going to talk about why I got this gun right here for home defense. This is why it's my primary gun. By the way, this gun is clear. There is safe. There's no ammunition in here. Nothing crazy, YouTube. So, back off a little bit, right? So, again, this gun is fantastic. I love this firearm for home defense, right? And I'm going to give you some ideas why I use this. Again, this is just my opinion. It doesn't mean that I'm right. It doesn't mean that everything that I say is what it has to happen or anything like that. It just means that that's just my ideas. You guys got your own idea. Share it down in the comment section below. And by the way, big shout out to Core for sponsoring this video right here. This video is brought to you by Core Essentials. If you're looking for a way to comfortably be able to carry a firearm, check out Core Essentials. They have everything from EDC gun belts to this belt right here, which is the first micro battle belt. This thing is solid. It is rugged. It is 1.75 wide. It allows you to carry up to 20 pounds, so you could put your holster, magazine, pouches. You could also put your trauma kit, first aid kit, whatever you want in there. It fits all the way from 24 inches to 48 inches, and it has a 30-day money-back guarantee for uncut belts. Again, Core Essentials is a great company, and they sponsor here the channel, and we truly appreciate them. All right, so this is not going to be a fast video. This is going to be a discussion video. I'm going to share a lot of stuff. Again, big shout out to Core for sponsoring here the channel. And by the way, look through all the videos and things like that they have here in the community. Everyone loves them. Everybody's are pretty satisfied with Core. Great company. So I'm glad that they sponsor me right here. So we're going to talk about some of the things that I believe, me personally, why I decided to go with this. And again, I'm just going to talk about a couple different things right here. First of all, this is an MMP 9 core, and I'm not speaking about this gun specifically. I'm speaking about the characteristic that this gun has. That's very important for you to understand, because I'm not becoming a fanboy over this gun, right? I'm talking about the characteristic that this gun follow, right? It could be an MMP 9, it could be, I don't know, a Glock 17, it could be a Glock 22, it could be anything that you want to, but these guns follow a specific ideas that I think they are important in my opinion. So first of all, it has to be a full-size firearm, right? It has to be a full-size firearm. I know a lot of guys get your concealed carry permit and then you use the same one for home defense. It is what it is. It is what it is. If that's what you have right now, utilize it. If that's what you have currently right now, use it. But in my opinion, a full-size firearm, it has to be for home defense, because a full-size firearm is going to give you a lot of things that a regular gun just don't give you. Let me kind of tell you one thing. First of all, weight is not an issue when it comes to home defense, and we're talking about regular weight. We don't get too crazy about this, but typically the weight of the firearm is not going to be an issue, because you're not carrying this gun, right? You're going to set it up in your dining table and you're safe wherever you set up your firearm, and it's just going to be there. So again, the weight that usually is an issue for concealed carry, or the fact that you need to conceal carry this firearm, is out the window. You don't need that. You need a pistol that is a full-size pistol, and again, weight is not going to be a concern. So again, let me come back over here and tell you that a full-size firearm is easier than a smaller gun to shoot. That's just how it is. If you're new into firearm, I know sometimes you see something this big and you think to yourself, wow, this is a big gun. How can you shoot that? I'm going to tell you right now, a big gun, a full-size firearm is just better to shoot, right? Look at this. You could get a better grip of the firearm. You can hold it really tight. It's just going to be a better gun to utilize, right? And you can see it right here. It's just better, right? Try to go play baseball and try to hit a fastball with a little stick. It's just difficult, right? But with something that is appropriate to that, you're going to be able to do it. So again, full-size firearms are just easier to shoot, right? So when you hold it, you could use both hands. You could hold it tight. You could, put rounds in target even better and all that. Full-size firearms have characteristics that other guns don't have. For example, full-size firearms are typically more reliable. And if you've been in the firearm business for any time, you know that small pistols tend to be unreliable. They really do. Some of the small pistols out there, the little 380s and things like that, they just tend to be unreliable. Why? That's beyond me. I don't know. You guys put it down in the comment, but they tend to be unreliable. Full size pistols, they tend to be more reliable. They tend to be more accurate because the sights right here, there's more space, and being more space is going to be more accurate. So again, don't go all crazy about this. I know one of you guys is going to come here in the comment and be like, hey man, I'm pretty accurate with my pistol. I got a small little Glock 42 and I'm super accurate with it. All right, it's fine. We're talking about generally speaking, full size firearms tend to be just more accurate, right? And by the way, Glock 42 is a great gun. I have one. I carry it forever. If you're gonna go into smaller pistol, the Glock 42 is one of the great pistols out there to have. I think I heard great things on the PM9. The firearm guy, I think he used to carry maybe a PM9 or CM9 from Car. It was really, really fantastic. But again, smaller pistols tend to be a little bit less reliable. So again, full size pistols are just gonna give you so much, right? So here's some of the things that it gives you. Again, easy control, right? Better ergonomics because you can hold the pistol a lot better. It gives you things that other pistols don't have, like better serrations and things like that. And it gives you a rail, right? This is a must. This is a must. One of the biggest silly arguments in the internet is, weapons mounted light versus handheld light, right? And by the way, I think I got videos on that too. So I got into the silliness as well. But it's just silly because it's a home defense pistol. You're not going to carry this thing. So what do you care? Have both. Have both. So then I actually have my safe where I have this gun at. I have this gun just like this, right? And I also have a handheld light. So have both. What is this thing about either one or the other one when it comes down to a home defense pistol, right? You're not carrying this thing. Have all the tools at your disposal, and maybe you use it or not. But again, having that rail is going to allow you to put a light, and you really need to have a light. Look at this, guys, right? What do you need to do? You need to identify your target, right? That's what you got to do, right? You got to be able to see what you're going to shoot. And if it's a bad guy, you want to be able to shoot the bad guy. And again, you want to be able not to have any issues, right? The least that you want to do is shoot somebody that is a good guy, right? So again, it has to have a rail, has to have a light. It's a must, right? Don't worry about the weight. Don't worry how much you weigh or anything like that, because guess what? You're not going to carry this. You're just going to put it right there in your safe, and you're kind of going to forget about it, right? So again, full size pistol, it's just better to shoot, easier to shoot, needs to have a light. Guess what else full size pistols have? A large capacity, right? A large capacity. That's something that not all the guns have out there, right? If you go into a smaller pistol, even let's say an M&P Shield that I love, I don't remember. I think it's 7, maybe 8 rounds. Again, you cannot compare that with a full capacity magazine that you're going to have on a pistol, right? This is a standard capacity, 17 round for this pistol. Again, 17 round is the most. How many rounds do you need? As many as you can have, right? Don't get into those silly arguments. People say, whoa, you don't need more than this many rounds. How do you know? You know the future? You God? You know the future? You don't know the future. So again, the more amount of rounds that you can have is fantastic. So again, full size pistols give you a larger capacity, right? So again, really, really love that. And I'm just giving you a quick look on this magazine right here. By the way, this is a ZZ mag that I wanted to show you here. This one is 17 round because it has a plus 2 right there. Again, I didn't want to offload my magazines from my gun. So again, just showing you this right here, full size pistols, they give you a full magazine. And again, that's something that is critical for you to have. I'm a big component of full size handgun. Now let's jump into something else, something that not a lot of people talk, or a lot of people get wrapped up because they just don't have the money. And let's switch to this camera right here. And I'm going to tell you, love the full size pistols for home defense, but a respectable pistol. So what does that mean, Fabian? Well, that means a pistol that has been around. That doesn't mean the cool pistol that came out 3 days ago or just came out 5 months ago, right? We don't know anything about that pistol, right? Just came out. We don't know anything. Another company is going to make a pretty fancy advertising. Another company is going to tell you about all the cool stuff. I know the company is going to hire all the veterans that shoot like, and they do the weird thing, and it looks so cool. I know the company is going to do that, but nevertheless, a respectable firearm that has been around with a track record. So, what is a respectable firearm that has been around with a track record? Well, we're not going to get into that debate because some of you guys are going to argue with me. But obviously, the MMPs are being around for a long time. They have a respectable track record. We all know their work. Obviously, the Glocks have been around for a long time. They know the work. You know, I got this magazine right here from my CZ PO7. You know that pistol has been around for a long time. It has a track record. You know that it's going to work. So you need to get a respectable company that has been around and it has a good track record, guys. You don't want to bet your life into the new pistol that just came out. We all remember pistols that have come out and it has been a disaster, right? A disaster. So don't get wrapped up around that. Get a firearm that is a full-size pistol, that is a company that is respectable, and that has been around for a long time. Now, with that being said, here's the dilemma. Here's the argument. Here's people getting wrapped up around this. If you made it to this long in the video. Caliber. Get a respectable caliber. This thing right here is going to be an MMP9 core. You guys know I love this pistol. I love the ergonomics, the fit good to me. This is a 9mm. Some people may not agree with that, but I'll tell you this. Get a respectable caliber, right? What are respectable calibers for home defense, right? 9mm, they work, right? 40 cal, they work. 45, they work. They are typically the top three. There's other ones out there. Obviously, we all know that, but they're typically the top three, right? So I want you to think about this as a situation that is totally different than concealed carry, because with concealed carry you may have some flexibility with the whole surprise factor, right? The guy doesn't know you have a gun. He's gonna harass somebody. You're gonna be there. You're gonna be able to draw, surprise the crap out of him and engage, and you may have a little bit of advantage just because you have that surprise factor. But at nighttime is different. You're sleeping in your house. There's cars outside. The lights are probably on. Somebody's going to bang on your door to come in. That guy's not coming to do anything good. There's no element of surprise that you're going to have over that guy. He made the decision to attack you. You are the one that are going to be surprised. You need everything that is going to help you out. And I tell you, a respectable caliber is going to take you a long way. I prefer 9mm. I think 9mm would do. The military carries 9mm. Police carry 9mm. We know that 9mm works. For all you haters out there, come on, give it a break. 9mm works. So again, that's going to be it when it comes to that, right? So get a respectable caliber. Get something that you can essentially utilize and you're going to be able to manage, right? Make sure that you can manage whatever you have. By the way, any gun that you have, make sure you do training. Make sure you know how to shoot it. Make sure that I think that comes, with the gun, but make sure that you use it and make sure that you can handle it, right? You could handle it pretty good. There's some guns out there that you may not be able to handle. A lot of times I see people recommending revolvers for all people, maybe people that know how to shoot, and they recommend like little, Smith & Wesson 642 or, little revolvers like that have a kick. They do have a little kick when you shoot that 38 plus speed. And if you're an older person and you can't manage that, that's going to get you in trouble in a true fight. Maybe you need to get something that you can manage a little bit more. I tell you what, this thing right here, for experience, I shot a lot of 642. I shot the 442. This thing is more fun, more manageable to shoot than that. That has been my experience. So get something that you can shoot reliable, that you could shoot well, that you could have training, a respectable firearm, respectable caliber. I keep saying those things because I want you guys to kind of understand that. Now, a couple things that people get all wrapped up around that. And again, you know what? I don't have it in this size because I actually have suppressor size in this pistol right here. But I definitely recommend you to have good size. This ones are metal, obviously, and you can kind of see it right there. But you know what? You see the dots right here, and you see the dot right there. Here's the thing. I definitely recommend you to get better size in your firearm. If you get a Glock, we all know that those Glocks, plastic size, they suck. They're not that good, right? So I recommend you to get some good size. I have gotten in the past, like Trigicon HD size were fantastic. I think I got the Pro eye dots. I got videos on that. And I'm going to tell you, you shoot better. You definitely shoot better. When you have that tritium right here in the front and your eyes automatically, boom, go to that front side post, you do shoot better. So again, if you have extra money, do you need another gun? Probably you don't. Really? Probably you don't. What you really do need is that you need to set up your gun to the best of the ability for you, right? So instead of having like 6 guns, maybe have one that is set up for you with a good amount of ammunition that you know how to use. You're more deadly and you're going to provide more support for your family and you're going to protect your family way better. Listen to this, way better if you have a gun that you know how to use than having 20 guns that you barely know how to use. That's a true statement. You could argue with that all you want, but that is a true statement. So again, get the size that may work for you, right? So definitely recommend you to upgrade the size. I haven't done it on this because I like this size. I really do. They do good, and I just haven't spent the money. But if you have like a Glock 17, Glock 19 for home defense, I definitely recommend you to change your size right away, right? So again, that's just something that I'm going to put out there. Now, here's the last thing I'm going to put in here. And again, this is just me. And by the way, I may have missed a lot of things. I'm just, having a discussion here. You're welcome to share some comments down in the comment section below because, I'm not perfect. I'm going to forget things. Please share some things in there, right? One thing that I would tell you is that if you could get a firearm that transition well to your concealed carry firearm, that is fantastic, right? So here's what I mean, right? Not in this case, but if I have a Glock 17 for home defense, all you guys know what a Glock 17 is, but then I have a Glock 26 for concealed carry, that is amazing. That is truly amazing. And the reason why is because those two firearms, they do a couple different things, right? Those guns share a magazine, so you'll be able to share same magazine. It's going to look funny on the Glock 26, right? It's going to be sticking out that much, but who cares? But not only they share the same magazine, but they share the same ergonomics. They share the same size potentially. So having the same size in the pistol is good because you'll be able to obviously get used to that. They share the same training, right? They share things that you probably didn't think about it. Like, essentially the trigger is going to feel the same on both guns. So, right. So you're going to be used to shooting the Glock 26. Probably shooting the Glock 17 it's going to be a little bit of difference because it's a full-size pistol, but it's not going to be as much, right? It's kind of hard to transition from this right here to, I don't know, something that is hammer fire, right? Again, it's just a little bit difficult. Maybe a revolver. Let's say a revolver, right? I carry this for home defense, but then I got a revolver for concealed carry. Sometimes the skills are not going to be transferable that good. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean anything, right? If you are a good or if you're a proficiency with your gun and you train and you know how to use it, you'll be all right, right? But for the person that doesn't do as much, that doesn't dedicate as much training for that, it's probably not going to be the best choice. You're probably going to want to stay kind of like in the same platform. That's why I recommend Glock 17 for home defense, Glock 26 for concealed carry. You are in the same platform right there, right? So that's just something that I've been thinking about. Obviously, something that that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention because once again, there's a lot of conversations about home defense pistols, and I wanted to bring a couple different things. Just make sure that whatever you get, here's the bottom line, guys. Here's the bottom line. I'm gonna break it down for you guys here. The bottom line: whatever you get, make sure that it's a respectable firearm, respectable caliber, a good capacity, have a good way for you to mount a light, and make sure, dear Lord, make sure that you know how to use it. Make sure that you know how to use it. And I think that if you kind of meet those requirements, take a little bit of training for you know how to use it, I think you're going to be fine. But anyways, 2022, those are my thoughts on home defense pistol. Let me know what you think. Put comments down below. And as always, God is in control.